So, yeah, the Indiana Fever are still to this day setting record viewership. And when I say record viewership, I mean record viewership. This is something that I don't think we've ever seen before. This is more viewed than Game 5 of the finals. This is the most viewed Caitlin Clark game. 3.3 million viewers. 3.3 million viewers. I repeat, 3.3 million. That is like scary. And I get it. She set the Amazon Prime record a couple of games ago. And do you want to know what the crazy thing about this is? That there is no Caitlin Clark, no Angel Reese in this game. And there is no Paige Bueckers. There's no AJ Wilson. This was Caitlin Clark versus a Chicago Sky team who have been terrible. Who have been absolutely terrible. So I think a lot of people are going to be talking about this and talking about how, the reason why Caitlin Clark was able to break those records is because of this other player. Oh, look, you see, it's Caitlin versus Angel. That game broke the record. No. Caitlin versus a team, a non-playoff team, is the most viewed game of all time. A non-playoff team who, if I'm being real, don't have a superstar. Yes, they do have a Dijonais, which I mean does help things. They do have a Dijonais who causes so much shit that, again, I've said it plenty of times, there are times where it's literally like a national crisis. There's like a national crisis almost when it comes to Dijonais Carrington. That being said, it didn't really matter. 3.31 million. The highest regular season game since the opening weekend of 1997, where everyone was just like, oh my God, there's a women's NBA. Let's go after 1996. Let's go and watch these games. Like, that is the only time that there has even been a, competition viewership-wise. So I always thought, okay, yeah, maybe Caitlin Clark's not going to be as relevant as she was back in the day. Because I said it, and I was like, look, I genuinely didn't think that was going to be possible. I thought, you know what, I genuinely thought when it was all said and done that was it. Like, Caitlin's second year, we saw viewership being down this year. Still pretty good, but viewership down. But right now, since Caitlin Clark is playing like a top 2 MVP candidate, which, look, if you have her 3, I'm not going to complain. If you have her 4, I'm not going to complain. If you have her 5, I think you're a little bit crazy, but maybe there's some logic to have her 5. If you've got Caitlin Clark lower than 5 in your all WNBA ratings, you're just trolling. Like, you're just being completely unserious if you have her lower, like, on the all W second team. Because, like, I'm going to be real here. She's putting up a stat line that has never been seen before. Like, these are stats no one has ever seen before. And the Fever are probably going to win. Like, what? They've won 25 games left. They're probably going to win close to 30 games. Like, they might win 27, 28 games. So, yeah, it's just one of those years where there's a lot more teams and people are getting higher records. So, I still don't think she's had the Fever have had a bad season. Even if somehow they do end up as a 6th seed, which I don't see happening, then maybe it's like, okay, yeah, you got to pick one of Caitlin or Kelsey. And I'm still going Caitlin in this scenario. I do think if it comes to that, it'll be Kelsey. Why? Because she's played more games, and I think the media having any excuse to not vote for Kate. If the media have any excuse to not vote for Caitlin Clark, they're not going to vote for Caitlin Clark. That's just my opinion on this. That being said, you just never know. You never know what way things are going to go. But I think it seems like it's as good as a guarantee right now that Caitlin Clark's going to be on the first team, which is a positive, I guess. And she is playing so much better than she was as a rookie. So much better. Like, I thought Caitlin Clark's rookie year was exceptional. Like, I thought at the time, subtract Candace Parker, and it's probably the greatest rookie year of all time. And now we're at the stage where it's like, she's had one of the best year threes ever. She has had one of the greatest year threes in history. And we've now got, again, a situation where she's coming off one of the best year twos, now has one of the best year threes in history. Like, I don't know, or say no, a not great year two, now having one of the best year threes in history, has one of the best rookie years. And the relevance is there. Like, if the Indiana Fever playoff games are going to probably have 5 million views, especially because one of three things has to happen. It's either going to be the Indiana Fever versus the New York Liberty. And the New York Liberty have, them and the Valkyries have the biggest fan bases that aren't just Fever fans. They've got actual fans. They're the two teams with real fan bases. Either that, or they face Asia Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces, or they face the Atlanta Dream and Angel Reese. The playoffs is going to be the first round, and if the WNBA just have to pray that the Indiana Fever get into the best of 5 round. As it's going to be an all-time playoff record by so much. By so freaking much if it turns out that Caitlin Clark gets to round 2. Because if they have to go through potentially Angel Reese, then the Olivia Miles matchup, and I think it's going to be a show. Because let's be very real. Like, let's be very, very real. The fact is, with with the Indiana Fever, if they go and come up against the Minnesota Lynx or all these teams, is they haven't shown much. Other than a little bit of zone, the Indiana Fever of all teams haven't showed their hand. And other teams have played the Indiana Fever like it's Game 7 in the finals for the entire year. Like, there's no defenses teams can throw at the Indiana Fever that the Indiana Fever haven't seen. There are a lot of things the Indiana Fever can throw at other teams they haven't seen, because the Indiana Fever have only really, other than a couple of possessions in zone, played one defense. That being said, this team doesn't do well when they have to bring in new things, but you just never know. Anyway, I'll see you guys.